Welcome, I'm Achilles Hero from Gippsland Pokemon Go PvP. In this video we'll feature my performance in the 2020 regionals for the Victorian region. This was a decent turnout, we ended up getting 47 competitors, so it was a 6-round tournament, and this was the biggest regionals in Australia. And the theme for regionals was the same for everybody else who didn't get an invite for the month of April, which was the Voyager Cup. Okay, diving straight into our battles. First round of regionals. Get the Azu mirror match. Now, I'm not running Play Rough on my Azu, so I do have to watch out for Play Rough if she has one. If she does run Play Rough, I am going to lose the matchup. Okay, it's a Hydro Pump, so at this point I'm thinking that she's got the Ice Beam Hydro Pump version, which is what I am running. So I'll just spam the Hydro Pumps, but she switches out into Scrafty and I switch into Altaria. Decide just to tank this Foul Play. Go for the Sky Attack, try to bust a shield or take out the Scrafty. Get the shield. Decide to shield me Silph here, but she gets the bait, Power Up Punch bait, and I'm not able to reach Sky Attack in time, and she's able to get another Foul Play off. And I just let me Altaria die, wasn't worth me investing 2 shields in. Go for the Ice Beam, try to bust another shield. Don't get the shield. Had a feeling this was Hydro Pump, so I did shield. I want to keep me Azu alive. Go for another Ice Beam bait. She shields, so that's what I wanted. Now I can save up my energy on Azu and bring in Hypno. Hypno is pretty bulky, so it's going to be able to tank this Hydro Pump. Now she's used all her energy, so I'm able to Confusion this Azu down, build up to a Shadow Ball. I expect the Scrafty to come back in, so I throw the Ice Punch. It being at low health, it is going to knock it out. And her Pokemon in the back was Gallade, so I build straight up to a Shadow Ball, shields down, and it's going to take it out to win the first game. Okay, on to our second battle. I lead Skuntank, she leads Azu. This is exactly the lead I wanted. Gonna be able to do super effective poison damage. And then she switches into a lower Marowak. I go straight for the crunch, but I was also thinking, I'm like, wait, what's a lower Marowak doing out? She's got a Kanto one registered. So technically her team wasn't legal. That's okay, just continue with the battles. Mistake she made there was going for the Shadow Ball. She just needed to go Bone Clubs. Being a Dark type, Shadow Ball wasn't going to do much to Skuntank, so it was just going to be better for her to just go for straight Bone Clubs. She brings back in Azu. Just go for the Sludge Bomb. I'm going to take the shield or I'm going to do super effective damage. I decide to bust my shield as well to reach a second Sludge Bomb. So I'm either going to bust both her shields or she's going to let it through and it's going to take out the Azu. Skuntank does a fair bit of damage with poison jabs before it faints. I bring in Azu to tank whatever move is thrown. She has Glade in the back. I try to build up to a Hydro Pump. Didn't really need to do that. Could have just gone for the Ice Beam. Able to survive the Leaf Blade though and switch into Hypno to Confusion down this Glade. Leaf Blade isn't going to be enough and I'm able to Confusion down, although I did did accidentally click on the Ice Punch, so I do use that, but I'm able to Confusion down the Azu to take out the second game of the first round. Okay, that means we have won the round. We're going to go to a third battle. I lead Skuntank again. That is my Azu counter. I decided to go with Skuntank to counter Azu, but also counter the Ghost and Psychic types. I did give up my Grass option for that though. I'm expecting a Bone Club, so I do Shield to try to reach another crunch, but she uses Shadow Ball. Best move is to go for Bone Club there, being that Skuntank is Poison type, so Bone Club is going to do super effective damage. Expecting a Bone Club this time, so I do Shield. Another Shadow Ball though. And able to get to a crunch to knock out this Alola Marowak. Azumarill comes back in. Go for the Sludge Bomb. Able to get a decent amount of health to knock it out on Poison Jabs. And then Glade is in the back. So we bring in Altaria. It's going to resist Glade's moves. And I'm just going to do Dragon Breaths, build up to a Sky Attack to knock out this Glade. To sweep the round. Okay, second round. We're up against a local competitor. We were annoyed to get matched up considering we just did a ranked battle earlier in the day. Shout out to Bobafett3844, he did beat me in that one. I did decide to save switch into Altaria because I did learn from the ranked battle earlier in the day that he did have Thunder Punch instead of the Ice Punch. Not a great start for me. This Altaria is now locked in with Azu. Not going to be able to win this match, so I'll let the Ice Beam through. Now in a bad spot. I come in with Skuntank. I could have gone with Toxie while that Hypno was still locked in the back. I do decide to go with Skuntank for the Sludge Bombs though. Get the shield. Gonna have to shield this. Need me Skuntank for the Hypno to have any chance. Go for the crunch before he gets to his charge move. Hoping to take it out. No, but he shields. I can't take a Hydro Pump, so I need to shield this. And he's got Seismic Toad in the back. This is a bad situation for me. It counters both Skuntank and Toxicroak. Got to switch in Toxicroak, try to get a move off. And Hypno is going to come in, Confusion it down. Bring back in Skuntank. But with energy, Hypno is going to get a Thunder Punch off. Not quite KO. Skuntank's going to get to a crunch in time. But with Seismic Toad in the back, Boba Fett's going to take out the first game. Okay, on to our second battle. Altaria v Azu, which means I've lost the lead again. Not a good scenario when I'm already a game down. Got to come in with the Azu Mirror. He baits with Ice Beam. As with Hypno, I'll go for the Hydro Pump. Hoping he expects a bait. He shields though. Now I have to invest to shield myself because it is a Thunder Punch Hypno. Burn me second shield. Keep the Azu alive. Switch out. with that energy saved in the back. I know I can take a Thunder Punch. Go for the Sky Attack. Burn the second shield. Gets off a Shadow Ball and switches out into Seismitoad. He's going to be able to get a Sludge Bomb off in time. Doesn't KO. Just able to take it out on Dragon Breaths. Try to reach the Sky Attack, but I'm unable to get the charge move off. Gotta land this Hydro Pump. Yeah, Azumarill is very healthy though, so I've got to switch out. Try to get a Rock Slide off in time. This Azumarill is going to Hydro Pump the Melmetal. Go for a Rock Slide. He's going to Ice Beam it to KO. I'll come back in with my Azumarill. Go for the Hydro Pump to take out his Azumarill. But he's got Hypno in the back. And he's going to reach a Thunder Punch just before I can reach Ice Beam to take out the second game and win the second round. Close battle there. I potentially could have won that if I went for the Ice Beam and bubbled down his Azumarill rather than just going for the Hydro Pump, because I would have saved up the energy to take out that Hypno in the back. We at least get the lead in the third. Has to shield the Crunch, switches out into Seismitoad. I switch into Altaria. Get his second shield. Wanted to shield a Sludge Bomb. Ends up being an Earth Power. At this point, I'm just happy to take whatever move is thrown and then Dragon Breath his Seismitoad down. He switches out just beforehand and switches into Hypno. So I'll get the Sky Attack off and try to switch out into Skuntank. Invest me second shield. Get a Crunch off to take out this Hypno. Brings back in Seismitoad, and he had Groddle in the back, so this Sludge Bomb is going to be enough to win the third game. Okay, so that puts us at 1 win, 1 loss so far in the tournament. Going into our third round. They lead Wigglytuff, I lead Skuntank. Not a bad matchup. Charm's going to do a fair bit of damage, but Skuntank is also doing super effective poison damage to Wigglytuff. Went for the Crunch bait, get the shield. Try to go for Sludge Bomb. He switches into Drapion in time. And able to Ice Fang down me Skuntank. I'm going to bring in Toxicroak here. Drapion's locked in, so I'm going to be able to do super effective counter damage. I shield. I want to just bank up a lot of energy for the next Pokemon. He's going to bring in Wigglytuff again, go for the Sludge Bomb, bust his shield or take out the Wigglytuff. Get the shield, switch out into Melmetal, resist the charm damage and take this charge move. Now I'm just going to do a few extra Thunder Shocks, to build up a little bit extra energy for the next Pokemon. And it's Lucario in the back, and I'm just able to reach Superpower in time to knock out the Lucario and take the first game. Second battle. Azu mirror match. Okay, we learned that they have a play rough version, so I am going to lose this mirror match. I decided to switch out, save it for later. Shield this play rough. Want to keep my Skuntank healthy. Drapion comes in, so neutral damage. Felt like this was just a Felsinger bait, so I didn't shield. They are going to buff their attack. Let's go for the neutral crunches. Get the shield. Able to get to another crunch. Bring in a Azumarill. I really didn't want to use my shield on a Felstinger, so I didn't shield there. Even an Aqua Tail wouldn't have done that much. Bring in Melmetal. They switch into Lucario. Farm up a little bit, then throw the Rock Slide bait, get the shield. They shield. I shield here, because with the energy I've got, I should be able to reach a Superpower in time to knock out this Lucario. Take down the Lucario. Go for the Rock Slide on this Azu. And it's left at low health. Azu's going to be able to tank any charge move. And I'm able to Ice Beam it down to take out the second game and the third round. Okay, on to our third battle. We get the Skuntank v Azu lead. Go for the Sludge Bomb. They don't shield, so we pretty much wipe out that Azu. Decide not to shield the play rough. Able to poison jab this Azu down. Bring in Lucario just to try to get a move off. The crunch is going to be resisted. Bring in Toxicroak. Thought this might be Shadow Ball, so I did shield. It's just a power up punch though. Able to take out the Lucario. And they've got Drapion in the back. So I'm just going to spam the Mud Bombs. They've got two shields. Use the first one. Could be an Aqua Tail, so I did shield. It is just a Felsinger. Gonna burn the second shield with this Mud Bomb. And I switch out. Build up to a Superpower. To take out the Drapion and sweep the third round. Fourth round, we're up against Shadow. From my lobby in Arena Australis, Elm Youngster 4. Shout out to all the Youngster 4 members and Big T. decided to lead Azu. Who had good coverage against her team. Just had to look out for a Thunder Punch, Hypno, Play Rough, Azu, and Meganium, but it covered the other three Pokemon pretty comfortably. Just Ice Beam down, get the shield on this Hypno. She uses a Shadow Ball. Able to bubble it down. And she brings in a Hazu. Go for the Hydro Pump. And she switches into Bastiodon. It's going to hard wall me Skuntank because I do not have Flamethrower. Best I can do is just spam as many crunches as I can before it faints. Bring in Melmetal. Go for the Rock Slide bait. She shields. This is going to be Flamethrower though, able to survive it. Build up a bit of energy, switch out into Azumarill. Just going to knock it out with Play Rough. Come back in with Melmetal. Go for the Rock Slide. Go for another Rock Slide. Take out the Azumarill, but not able to get to a superpower in time, and she's going to take out the first game. On to our second battle. Not a great lead for me. Switch out into Melmetal. She brings in a Azumarill. This point I'm just going to spam the Rock Slides. Shield here, thought it might have been Hydro Pump. Get the shield. Decide to shield here to save me Melmetal. The switch timer's back up. Go for another Rock Slide to either take out the Azumarill or burn her shield. And I'm able to switch out into Skuntank. She switches back into Altaria. I'm able to get this Sludge Bomb off. We're both down on shields. Just unable to get that crunch off. Come back in with Melmetal. Able to survive that Sky Attack. Get another Rock Slide off to take out the Altaria. And she's got Bastiodon in the back. And lucky for me, I've got Toxicroak. Going to be able to survive this Stone Edge. And take out this Azumarill in the back to win this second battle. Okay, on to our third. The winner of this battle is going to win the round. Get the comfortable lead with Skuntank v Azu. She switches into Altaria. I switch into Melmetal. Decide to shield this. Get the Rock Slide off and keep the Melmetal at a decent health to maybe throw a move at the next Pokemon. Azumarill comes in. Switch out just as I build up to a Rock Slide and get this Sludge Bomb off on Azumarill. She shields, so she's 2 shields down. I decide to shield this. Gonna be able to reach a Sludge Bomb. She switches out in time to Hypno. Able to get a Crunch off. Gonna be able to get to another Crunch to take out this Hypno. And Azumarill comes back in. Unable to get to another Sludge Bomb. And I come in with me built up Rock Slide to do a decent amount of damage. And able to make it to a second Rock Slide before Azumarill can take it down, and we win the round. On to the 5th round. At this stage we're 3-1 in the tournament. Get the shield with Crunch. I do shield here. Didn't want to get hit with a Psycho Boost. Able to land that Crunch. Do shield here. Didn't know if his second move was Psycho Boost, so I was scared about that Psycho Boost. Able to take the Deoxys out though. Azumarill comes in. Now I'll go for the bait, but they don't shield. It was probably best for me to go for the Sludge. I should have gone for the Sludge, but I did go for the bait. It's the risk you get when you bait. And I switched into Toxie to go for a Sludge, and they are able to Hydro Pump the Toxie. Alright, and I'll go for the Ice Beam bait again to try to get his shield. And they don't shield. Go for another Ice Beam bait, so I am doing a lot of baits here. And they don't shield, so at this point there's no point me using a Hydro Pump. They're able to land their Hydro Pump. They've got a shield left. They got Hypno in the back. Go for a shield bait again. Conserve the. They do not shield. So they've still got one shield. I try to switch to get a Crunch off. This Thunder Punch is going to be enough to take out the Skuntank, and Azumarill is not going to take out this Hypno. It's got a shield. And it's going to take me out on Confusions. So playing the high bait game there really cost me. If I just went for the nukes, I would have won that battle. But I went way too bait dependent. and it cost me that round. And in the second battle here, we're in a bad situation. They caught the Skuntank Toxie lead, and now I've locked in with Hypno, so they're going to take out me Toxicroak pretty quick. Got to come back in with Skuntank to take out this Hypno. Toxicroak's going to come back in. Decide to shield and switch out into Azumarill. And they're going to switch into their own Azumarill. Right, I'll make the mistake again by going for a bait. At that point, Azumarill at that much health, it's going to tank any moves, so it is best for me just to go for a Hydro Pump. Because not many people are going to shield the first one going through. So that was my mistake. I'll go for another bait again, and it doesn't pay off. So losing the mirror match at the moment just from going for the baits instead of the Hydro Pump. Don't shield this one. In a bad spot here now. Come in with Azumarill, and Toxicroak's going to come back out. It's going to shield it, and Toxicroak is pretty much going to sweep from here. I'm going to shield with their bait. Go for the Ice Beam. And Azumarill is just going to come back in to take out my Azumarill. And we lose that round in straight sets. Okay, on to the redemption battle. We win the lead with Melmetal. I'm just going to overcharge here. Going to be able to tank this move, overcharge, and then go for the Rock Slide bait. They don't shield, so I go for the Superpower. This player didn't use their shields very often when they could have been nuked. So surprisingly, it worked for them. Go for the Shadow Ball. And they don't shield the Shadow Ball. So at this point, I start winning the match because I started going for the nukes rather than the baits. At this point, I've farmed up a bit of energy. Just go for the Ice Punch. I'm either going to get the shield, which I do this time, or it was going to take it out. Didn't want to get hit with the Shadow Ball. I should have known that it didn't have Shadow Ball. It had Thunder Punch and Ice Punch. Build up a bit of heaps of energy. Toxicroak comes in. Mud Bomb is not going to be enough, and I'm able to get a Shadow Ball off. And they have to shield. Hypno's confusion damage does enough for Azumarill to come in and bubble down this Toxicroak to win the last game. On to our final round of the tournament. We're up against another Youngster 4 member in PT Mickey. I'd go for the Toxicroak lead here, simply because it covered Azumarill, Venusaur, Melmetal, and the Toxicroak mirror. I just had to make sure I had an answer for Altaria and Sableye. Shield here, did not want to get hit with a D-Pulse. I noticed me Altaria had better PvP IVs, so I was going to Dragon Breath down. Go for the D-Pulse though, to try to take it out. Unable to, doing a fair bit of damage with those Dragon Breaths, and at this point I just let it go. Bring in Azumarill just to bubble down the Altaria, farm up a bit of energy. He brings in Venusaur, so I go straight for the Ice Beam. Get a shield out of him. And I shield this Frenzy Plant. Switch out into Toxicroak. And he switches into his Toxicroak. I'm going to be able to get a Mud Bomb off. Doesn't quite KO. Is able to get his Mud Bomb off, which is going to take out my Toxicroak. And my Azumarill is going to Ice Beam this Venusaur. It's not enough though. And the Frenzy Plant is enough to take out my Azu for PT Mickey to take out the first game. Okay, on to our second battle. I lead Hypno. I expected a Toxicroak and Venusaur lead, so that's why I went for the Hypno. It's going to be an Ice Beam, so I'll let it through. Go for the Ice Punch bait. Doesn't shield. Build up to another Shadow Ball. He doesn't shield the Shadow Ball, so now his Azu is at low health. Decide to shield this. Keep me Hypno alive in case he's got Toxicroak in the back. He switches out just before it dies into Altaria. I throw the Ice Punch. And then I switch into Altaria to counter his Altaria. Didn't feel like this was a D-Pulse. So I go for a Sky Attack myself. He shields. So now his shield's down. Gonna Dragon Breath this Altaria down to pretty low health. And I bring in Hypno. Decide to shield here. Probably didn't need to do that, but I'm able to Confusion it down. And able to get to the Ice Punch to knock out this Azumarill. It had quite a bit of energy, so I needed to do that. And Venusaur is in the back. And with shields down, Frenzy Plant isn't going to KO me Toxicroak. And I just build up to a Sludge Bomb. Does a fair bit amount of damage to take it out on counters. Okay, after winning that battle, it puts a bit of pressure on in this next battle to win the round, but also to go 4-2 in regionals or 3-3. Went for the Skuntank lead, which worked for me because I did just expect an Azumarill or a Venusaur, but I also expected Sableye to come in at some point because I hadn't seen Sableye. And I switched it up. I brought Melmetal to counter what I thought what he was going to bring was a Altaria save switch strat. I decided to shield here. Wanted to keep me Melmetal at decent amount of health for the next Pokemon, being that Rock Slide is pretty spammy with the Thunder Shocks. So we get both shields, and he switches out into Azumarill, and I just, being shields down, go straight for the Sludge Bomb. I used my second shield, didn't want to get hit with the Hydro Pump. Now at this range, I just go for a Crunch, even with it being a not very effective move. Azumarill is at low health. Sableye going to come back in. Going to be able to get to a crunch, do a fair amount of neutral damage. And switch into the Melmetal to get a Rock Slide off, but good timing on his behalf. He's able to switch into his Altaria. And Melmetal is going to faint before it can get to another Rock Slide. And at this point, I decided to go in with Altaria. Didn't want Skuntank to be farmed. Able to tank a Power Gem and take down the Sableye with Dragon Breaths to win the round. Okay, and these are the final results. Unwind, Regionals Champion. Sorry if I pronounced that right, it could be Unwind. And shout out to Jonah. Being 47 competitors, Jonah in second place also got a Continentals invite. And he is also from my lobby in Elm Youngster 4, so shout out to Jonah. And that's where I finished in the tournament, amongst the group on 4 wins. Shout out to Thieg1, also from Gippsland Pokemon Go PvP, also getting the 4 wins. After this tournament, we both reached Ace Trainer, so shout out to Thieg1 for both of us becoming the first Ace Trainers in the Gippsland region. Okay, now this video has come to an end. Thank you for watching. I'm Achilles Hero, and I'll see you in the next one.